Welcome to a brand new episode of Real Scene TV. I'm Mindy Winkler-Jarosinski.
And I'm Alex Taylor, and as you can see, our set is a little bit different tonight.
That's because we're coming to you from downtown's newest bar and restaurant, The Wheelhouse, located on the first floor of the Taps and Dolls complex.
And we have a great show lined up for you, so take a look.
Go ahead, get down. We're all going to get down August 13th for the Beat Summer Jam presented by Metro PCS, honey. 8 acts, 1 stage, 1 night, and all we need is you there. But guess what? You have a chance to win tickets with JC in the morning tomorrow, right here on 93.9 The Beat.
We also have Q&A with FC Tucker's Adam Catron to get all your first-time homebuyer questions answered.
He's been a staple in Indianapolis nightlife. He's a teacher, a music lover, and so much more. We sit down with DJ Mix.
Well, to be honest, I think my motivation was a little bit different than maybe some DJs. I actually really just wanted to learn how to scratch.
Ebony stops by to get us caught up on the latest Indianapolis Recorder news. And hang around for your chance to win tickets to see Rob Thomas and Counting Crows at Clips Music Center on August 21st.
Speaking of music, we have a music video from a hip-hop artist based here in Indianapolis, TRAJIK.
From our couch to yours, Real Scene TV starts now.
Equipment for RSTV provided in part by Robert's Everything Photo, Everything Imaging.
Real Scene TV is sponsored in part by Leak Tees. Get the Love Indiana tee and other custom designs at MidwestLeak.com.
Miss Erica E-Class has been making moves in the entertainment business here in Indianapolis, from hosting events, modeling, and radio. You can catch her on air at one of Indy's newest radio stations, 93.9 The Beat. We met up with her during her show. Check it out.
Oh my goodness, so much going on. And you know, I keep talking about the celebrities and their couples and their breakups and makeups and all this good stuff. Well, it looks like there may be trouble in paradise for Rob Kardashian and Black China. For more celebrity sleaze, check it out right now at 939thebeat.com.
Hey everybody, it's Sierra and I'm here with Miss E-Class from 93.9 The Beat. So what has been some of your highlights while in radio?
Woo! Let me tell you. So I have a crush on T.I. Oh my goodness. So I got to interview him. When I say, I was literally sitting here and I had to, at first I was like this the whole time. Like, because the interview hadn't started yet, but I was just freaking out. But he was so funny. I had a phone out because I had my notes in my phone. He said, "What you doing with that phone?" And I was like, "You know, I have my notes." He said, And he said, "You better throw that phone. Oprah doesn't use a phone when she does her interviews." And I was like, "You're right." And I just threw the phone. He was like, "Dang, I didn't mean for you to literally throw the phone." But I did. I just flung my phone. Like, whatever he said, yes. You know, I've done plenty of interviews with different people, but it was just T.I., honey.
Have you ever had a chance to interview an artist that was not as easy to talk to?
Yeah. Gucci Mane, honey. So he was funny. He was really funny. He was cool to interview, but he tried to hit on me at the same time. And so it was awkward.
So since your radio station now plays older music, do you have a wider variety of what you can play versus before?
We're the most nonstop music in indie. So we're doing primarily throwbacks, but you'll hear like this in the background, Wale PYT that's playing. It's a new song. So you'll hear new tracks speckled in, but you're still getting primarily throwbacks. It's been proven that those familiar songs, the hits, the mainstream tracks are what get more response. People are more familiar with them. They get more excited to hear them. It's like a nostalgia behind it. It's like, oh my goodness, I remember that song and blah, blah, blah. I love the whole idea. Like when this format, when they came with the station, I was just overwhelmed with excitement because it was just something new. It was refreshing. And this is like my favorite thing to listen to. If you listen to my iPod, throwbacks, like primarily throwback. That's what I have. So this for me was perfect. It was match made in heaven, honey.
So we were back here behind the scenes and we were kind of learning the controls. Can you explain a little bit about your breaks and when you are live when we're hearing you on the radio?
One thing people don't understand in radio, so let's take an hour for example. I may talk a total of 1 minute. Like for the whole hour, because you have to figure in, you have music, you have advertising. That's the thing that you're really hearing more of. The breaks are quick, concise, to the point, and you're back to the music. So, you know, I just basically turn my mic up I say what I'm gonna say. I turn it back down, and that is it. You know, it's simple, it's quick. So a lot of radio, you have a lot of quote unquote downtime. I know they don't probably like to say that, but we use it, you know, figuring out things to talk about for your next breaks, doing show prep, or doing any type of production thing you may have to do in between, or, you know, you find ways to utilize your time, but a lot of downtime.
So do you have to be careful of certain things that you say on air since you are affecting and you have a lot of listeners across the state?
Absolutely. This is the downfall in radio. It's a lot of stuff that you do have to watch saying, or, you know, even when it comes to posting on your social media, you have to be mindful of it. It's like we always have to have a filter on at all times, because no matter if we're off the air or on the air, we're still on. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You may know DJ Metronome as the man playing your favorite songs when you're out partying. However, he's a man that wears many hats. He's been the spearhead for the Red Bull Freestyle Battles competition here in Indy, co-founder of Decademics, and he's the organizer of multiple showcase events honoring the music of national artists and local DJs, all while hosting Take That Tuesdays at Coaches for over 10 years. We sit down with him to learn more about the man behind the turntables.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here, folks. My name is Dustin Franklin. I'm here in front of Coach's Tavern with my good friend Nick, a.k.a. DJ Metronome. So I understand you've been doing this event for about 10 years now, every Tuesday, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, correct. This has been a weekly party that we've been running for over 10 years. We had a 10-year anniversary in March, and it's just a great time. It's a cool vibe. It's kind of like the Cheers of the Indianapolis hip-hop community, so to speak.
How do you approach it when somebody comes up and asks you for a request of a song?
Right. Well, requests really depend on the situation. So like here at Take That Tuesdays, we actually don't take requests generally from people. It's just kind of something that we've laid down for the last 10 years. So we really just encourage the DJs to be as creative as possible and kind of do their thing on this particular night. But obviously requests are understandable in a certain environment and if asked in a pleasant way. So sometimes it's also in the method that they ask. So if you're nice, you may get your request answered, but it's also not a command. It is a request, and that's the one thing that party people should realize, is that just because you want to hear it doesn't mean that everyone wants to hear it, and it's the DJ's job to kind of figure out what should and shouldn't be played when, and things of that nature.
What was initially some of your influences? What got you really into the art and the craft of DJing in front of a crowd of people?
Well, to be honest, I think my motivation was a little bit different than maybe some DJs. I actually really just wanted to learn how to scratch. I was compelled to learn exactly what they were doing and how they're creating, this music with their hands. So it wasn't even really from the performance side or the party side originally. I still use turntables, and it's just it's what feels best for me. And I would say that the majority of the professional working DJs around the city actually are still using turntables as well. So it's a style of DJing that hasn't gone away, and I don't think will go away anytime soon.
What was the main moment? What was the thing that brought you into doing this full time?
The desire to not have to work for anybody else, really. I get to be my own boss, and I get to play music for a living, and it's a pretty unique career opportunity. But now, actually, fast forward, I opened up Decademics DJ School about 3 years ago, and now we train other people how to DJ. And we're located in Broad Ripple, and hopefully there's other students of ours that will get that same opportunity here in the future.
What are some students that have come out of your course? Do you have anybody that is well recognized? Anybody that you would just really think is kind of a major talent, somebody a tour de force, so to speak, that's coming out of your curriculum? Anybody in particular mind?
We have a handful of students that have already made a pretty big impact, but I would say by far the biggest one is DJ Prince. You can hear him on Saturdays on 96.3. He has a show with B Swift from 5 to 7 p.m. He's really done a very impressive job of learning and studying the craft, but also figuring out how to make it work for him. So he's had some very unique opportunities that other people haven't had. He's been on Empire on Fox. He's been fortunate enough to be hired by Nike to play in New York City, doing events with Usher. and all kind of various live shows around the city. So I would say that he's probably the most well-known graduate that we've had so far to date.
All right, well, I can honestly not thank you enough so much, Nick, a.k.a. DJ Metronome, for coming out here and speaking with us. The organizations that you're putting on are obviously fantastic, and it's something that's really great for the community and for young kids alike to get really involved with the arts. So, again, thank you so much.
Coaches is always a good time. Check them out for your next weekend party.
Coming up next, Mindy sits down with Adam Catron and answer your home buying questions. And don't forget, we have Counting Crows tickets. Don't go anywhere.
Real Scene TV, sponsored in part by the Story Foundation, making dreams come true.
Looking for the best in indie nightlife? Look no further than the Taps and Dolls Complex. Located at 247 South Meridian, the Taps and Dolls Complex offers not one, not two, but 3 floors of nightlife fun. Check out our collection of games at the Boiler Room Barcade, dance the night away at Taps and Dolls, or take things to the next level at the 247 Sky Bar. Pay one price and get 3 hot clubs, or visit Joker's Comedy Club for free admission. 1, 2, 3 levels of fun. When it comes to indie nightlife, the other guys just don't add up.
He roams the forest.
She keeps saying a name.
Let her play out.
I'm here with Adam Catron with FC Tucker for a special Q&A from our viewers. Now, Adam's been on the show several times, showing us houses, design tips, and really educating us on home buying. So tonight, we're going to explore some of the myths and misconceptions of particularly of first-time home buying. So first off, Adam, welcome again. I want to mention that a lot of people may not be aware. Your services are completely free for the buyer, correct?
For the most part, yes. For the buyer, my services are free. So I offer a free buyer consultation, just to kind of walk you through the process, answer any questions that somebody might have. You know, first-time home buyers are usually kind of freaked out a little bit scared.
Sure.
You know, there's a lot of stuff out there on the market about, you know, what to look out for, and some of that stuff's true and some of that stuff's not. But for the most part, yeah, my services are free. So my representation, me, you know, negotiating for you on your behalf is completely free. I get paid from the seller. So one of the things that they don't really realize is that the listing agent who's going to be listing the home is actually kind of incorporating my compensation into the overall fee that they're charging the seller. It's one of those things where buyers just don't worry about that, you know. Just
First-time buyers, though, right?
Well, any buyer.
Really?
Any person that's buying a home,
Okay.
all their representation is going to be covered and be paid for by the seller. So buyers, don't worry about it. That fee is something that you're not going to have to worry about.
Okay. So thinking about first-time buyers, and maybe they're wanting to have a custom home built, is it better for them to use a realtor or to actually go directly to the builder?
Well, that's actually a really good question. No, a buyer's not going to get a break. They're not going to get a lower price on the home by cutting out the real estate agent. I think if anything, it's kind of hurting them in a way because they don't have that professional give them guidance on, you know, maybe some things to do to the home.
Right.
One of the big ones is, you know, somebody wants to kind of save money on doing the purchase by doing a 2-car versus a 3-car garage.
Yeah.
Well, that's
not
where
in today's day and age.
Yeah, and depending on the neighborhood, that could be true.
Right.
But most of the time, I could come in and say, you know, you need to go for the 3-car garage. That's where you're going to get that resale value. So it's a total benefit to have a professional there, and it doesn't cost them again on the buy side for building a home.
For someone that's a first-time buyer, for example, what are the first steps they have to take?
Well, the very first step is getting pre-approved.
Okay.
You know, you want to know what you can buy.
Right.
You know, you don't want to go out there and waste your time looking at a $180,000 home when you can really only afford a $160,000 home. You don't want to get into a home to where every paycheck that you get goes right back into the mortgage payment. When I do my buyer consultation, I talk about, you can ask the seller, give me a copy of your bills. I want to know, what are your monthly bills look like? And it's something to really take into, just to think about, because a lot of the homes in Indianapolis were built back in the day. You know, especially in the downtown metro area, most of these homes were built in 1900.
Right.
So there's a lot of these homes that don't have insulation in the walls or insulation in the attic, and a lot of people don't think about that. Where
Until winter hits.
your energy bill is going to be a lot higher on those homes. So
Right.
it's something to factor in too, for sure.
So when a buyer gets the offer accepted, how soon do they get the keys?
I mean, that's a really good question. You know, timing is everything.
Right.
You know, with schools, jobs, there's all kinds of things that kind of come into play. So timing is they want to get into the home as fast as possible.
Right.
They just accepted our offer. That means we can have free reign of the home. Well, no. You're going to get the keys at closing day, which usually takes about 30 to 45 days.
All right.
Okay,
Well, that's not horrible.
It's not a long. It's not a long period, but that's where doing this early, coming up with a game plan early, is really going to set you up for success, because a lot of people don't think, okay, I've got 45 days from when they even accept the offer. You know, so you got to look for the house, you got to find the house, make the offer, get it accepted, and then there's that 45-day wait. So planning ahead of time is going to be key. But yeah, once you sign the paperwork at closing and the deed actually gets signed over to you, that's when you take ownership, and that's when you get free reign. You can move in, start painting, and knock out any wall that you want to knock out.
Thank you again for all your information, Adam. Remember, if you are buying a home, you don't have to pay realtor fees, so contact Adam. And next episode, Adam will be back and showing us a hot Indianapolis property.
I'm here over at Coach's Tavern with my good friend Scott. He's a bartender here. We're going to talk about some things that maybe you should or shouldn't do when you're at a bar. So first things first, Scott, how long you been working here?
For here, 10 years.
About 10 years here at this tavern itself. What are some general things that you find that customers do that maybe might be, I don't know, a little bit, not annoying, but maybe bad etiquette?
That's probably the best point, is etiquette. I mean, if you treat everybody with the same respect as you would your family and your friends, you'll be better off. Just being polite and courteous can get you a really long way. If you're a regular, we end up knowing names, we know cocktails, so when you're walking in, your drink's already set up, you know what they know that you know what they want, your rapport is good. That's probably it. One of the best things is being able to have a good relationship with your bartender.
All right, so end of the night, somebody's only ordered maybe 2 drinks. What's common courtesy as far as tipping is concerned with just 2 drinks?
2 drinks, the best thing you do is just stay with standard etiquette. Just tip 20%. So 20% of your bill is a good starting point. You won't offend somebody. You won't make anybody upset. I always tell people, how well do you want to be remembered? Because that makes people put it on their ego, and it allows people to allow themselves to tip what they feel would be appropriate.
Coming up next, we get the latest news from the Indianapolis Recorder, plus the latest music video from hip-hop artist TRAJIK, and we haven't forgot those tickets to see Rob Thomas and Counting Crows at Clips Music Center. Check out the August lineup at Joker's Comedy Club. Dan Frigolette, August 5th and 6th. Casey Aurora, August 12th and 13th. Jay Armstrong, August 19th and 20th. Joker's Comedy Club, located at 247 South Meridian Street. For reservations, call 317-835-3801. Plus, do you think you have what it takes to perform? Check out the Pro-Am Open Mic Nights, August 4th and 18th. Contact Neil Snyder for more info. Thunder Roads, Indiana presents the 9th annual Motorcycles on Meridian. The big event takes place August 27th in downtown Indy. Don't miss out. Last year, more than 70,000 spectators and riders took to the streets to show off their bikes and enjoy the day's festivities. Start your morning with breakfast at Wheelhouse at 9 a.m. with live music and vendors starting at 1 p.m. Plus, enjoy live music and drinks all day long at the Taps and Dolls Entertainment Complex. Just show your Motorcycles on Meridian wristband for free admission. For more info on Motorcycles on Meridian, visit thunderroadsin.com.
Looking for the best in indie nightlife? Look no further than the Taps and Dolls Complex. Located at 247 South Meridian, the Taps and Dolls Complex offers not one, not two, but 3 floors of nightlife fun. Check out our collection of games at the Boiler Room Barcade, dance the night away at Taps and Dolls, or take things to the next level at the 247 Sky Bar. Pay one price and get 3 hot clubs, or visit Joker's Comedy Club for free admission. 1, 2, 3 levels of fun. When it comes to indie nightlife, the other guys just don't add up.
Every time somebody's killed, over 100 people are affected.
We live out here, Indianapolis.
We don't talk to each other.
Black leaders are now meeting with Mayor Ballard.
I just think it's time.
Not enough help.
Because our men are dying at an alarming rate.
We're all struggling out here. Peer pressure, what a great influence.
Most importantly for me is the knowledge.
We are paying for failure. How do we justify paying for failure?
You don't have to be in this position.
You gotta face fear. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to see another year.
4 SWAT officers shot. Well, the risk is hard on me.
I done did 15 years out of my life locked up.
The young people just want somebody to care about them.
Thank you, Chief.
Each episode, we bring you the latest news from the Indianapolis Recorder. Here is Ebony Chappelle.
What's up, Indy? I'm Ebony Chappelle of the Indianapolis Recorder newspaper, Indiana's Greatest Weekly, here with this week's Recorder Minute. July is coming to a close, and that means you have just one more day to take advantage of our fantastic July subscription special. For $10, you can have a 6-month subscription delivered right to your home, and for $20, you can subscribe for an entire year. To take advantage of this deal, visit us online at INDIANAPOLISRECORDER.com. Last month, the Recorder launched our Small Business Directory. If you are a business owner who wants to advertise and get your name out in front of thousands of Indy residents for a super low price, you can do so for just $25 a week. For more information on how to get listed in the Recorder Small Business Directory, please call 317-762-7851 or send me an email at ebonyc@indianapolisrecorder.com. As always, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or check us out online at indianapolisrecorder.com. I'm Ebony Chappelle, and this has been your Recorder Minute.
Thank you so much for watching tonight. And if you want your business featured on the show or even your music featured on the show, connect with us on Facebook.
Join us for the next episode of Real Scene TV. Remember the show MTV Cribs? Well, Adam Catron takes us to see a hot property right here in Indianapolis.
And I'm super excited because I was asked for a challenge if I can take my family of 4, my husband, my 2 girls, out for $30. I'm up for the challenge.
Nice. Plus more of the hot places you should know about here in Central Indiana. And of course, ticket giveaways.
And I'm really excited tonight because we are starting a new thing here at Real Scene. We want to feature local artists and their music, any genre. And tonight is TRAJIK, Maze.
Man, I swear it's the same. Just a different day, headed to the top if I don't stop. Say a prayer, people trying to live, make it through the day, but it's just a maze. Don't stop.
Every day I wake up, I feel like giving up. I feel like that I'm stuck. Hustle just to pay the bill. Just got paid and I'm broke. Yeah, I just got paid and I'm broke. Think I'm losing hope. Every day getting smoke. I pray I ain't next, folk. I pray you ain't next, folk. I just wanna blow, help me rap. I just wanna go to Hollywood around here, teardrops and caskets. In the middle of the madness, what we risk it all for the cabbage. 80 years in the cabinet, trying to see who could get it the fastest. While watching for the jackers, they don't wanna see you with nothing. Just a bunch of crabs up in the bucket, going nowhere fast without with rushing. And for that you know it's repercussions. Chopper spitting like percussion. Say my city like a war zone. I've been praying for it so long. To survive, you know you gotta hold on.
Man, I swear it's the same, just a different day, headed to the top if I don't stop. Say a prayer, people trying to live, make it through the day, but it's just a maze. Don't stop.
I'm just trying to keep my sane, so I smoke and drink away the pain. Every day the same, every day drain. Like I'm trapped inside a maze, trying to figure out a way. Pray I see a brighter day, yeah, I pray I see the light of day. Cause your mama never promised when they done, killing over nonsense. And they kill without a conscience. Fill my body up with toxins, fill my switcher up with broccoli. Keep a stick to keep the devils out. For the price of the fame, look at what it cost me. Only homie cross me out for crumbs. Look what we become. Tell you where I'm from, that's just how it is in the slums. Till the sun go black, till my eyes roll back, till my land go flat.
Man, I swear it's the same, just a different day, headed to the top if I don't stop. Say a prayer, people trying to live, make it through the day, but it's just a maze. Don't stop. Man, I swear it's the same, just a different day, headed to the top if I don't stop. Say a prayer, people trying to live, make it through the day, but it's just a maze. Don't stop.
I wanna funk you like you want me to. I wanna party all night long with you. Just do what you do, groove it in your dancing shoes. Just move your body to the groove. Yeah, yeah.
We'll see.